All right, y'all. I've been sitting on this one, saving it for a few years because I know this kid personally. I've been around him in various settings, and I'll show you some footage here that I know nobody else in the world has because I was the only one there shooting this footage. And that is my man Harrison Bailey. Perhaps, in my opinion, one of the best players to ever come through the state of Georgia. Completely underrated. Like, I cannot believe that this kid, right? He's one of these guys, like, I think, if you stay on the scene too long, they start to pick you apart. Because he jumped on the scene before all these guys that you think are popular now that you like, DJ Uyunglele, Bryce Young, and all these guys. Harrison Bailey was way before these guys, right? And that's just what happens, man. If you stay in the public eye too long, sometimes it's better to hit the scene later. But Harrison Bailey is as talented as those guys as far as throwing. I would say he's probably even more talented than those guys. So he does not have the wheels of those guys. But his frame and everything, there'll always be room for guys like Harrison Bailey in the NFL, right? People thinking like everything's got to be about dual threat and this. He's not a stiff by any stretch of the imagination, but he's not like those guys. I'll give you that. But ball distribution-wise, tell me somebody better than Harrison Bailey. And I'm talking about pinpoint precision accuracy. We see him working out of the weak pistol. Looks like a pass tag on the back of a run call. He got the shell of a counter OH. Look at him riding, put the ball in the belly of the beast. Needs no rhythm pat. On the ball. Over the top delivery, traditional, driving off that bag leg. Look at this, man. This kid is phenomenal. Put the ball through a damn pinhole. What are we doing here? We also know that he can push the ball down the field, manipulate, move in the pocket, slide out. Boom. Over the outside shoulder. Let's look at it again. Manipulate by making sure that the safety, the deepest of the deep, is not able to get here on this wheel route, which is going vertical, just by simply holding them with his eyes. Now, this is stuff that you normally see in guys who are a little bit more advanced, maybe in college. But damn, this dude was a junior in high school when this happened. If you've been on this channel long enough, you know the exact throw that I look for. Opposite hash throws. Enough arm strength. More than enough arm strength to get the job done. Especially in an offense like Jim Chaney's, perhaps my favorite offensive coordinator in the entire country. Everyone knows that. You put this man with my guy Harrison Bailey, curtains. Like I said before, full transparency on Top Billing. Y'all know I always tell the truth 100% of the time, 1,000,000% of the time. So a buddy of mine, to me, the best quarterback coach in the entire country, just so happens to be Harrison Bailey's quarterback coach. And he invited me out to a session to record Harrison Bailey throwing with some former Georgia Bulldog players, right? I believe Terrence Edwards, Malcolm Mitchell, Marlon Brown or something like that. But my man Tony Ballard, we see him right here. He is Harrison Bailey's quarterback's coach for the past however many years. And he has Harrison Bailey hooked up in the mechanics department like you wouldn't believe. He's a stickler for detail. And at the time, I had been around him before, but just looking at this session, I was like, man, it reminds me of my all-time favorite player, and that is one Peyton Manning. And I had no clue that this guy would end up at the University of Tennessee. At the time, I thought he may go to the University of Florida. So that's what I was told at the time. But he happens to go to a spot where my legend, my hero, Peyton Manning is, and he's bringing a lot of the same stuff as far as skill set, leadership, and understanding of offense and everything of the sort. And he gets to play with Jim Chaney, right? Under a Jim Chaney pro-style offense. I think it's absolutely perfect, man. But you can just see the mechanics of this kid. Impeccable play action. Look at the delivery. I'll give you some more on this end too. But the delivery over the top, strong through the core, hip rotation. Sick. All right, just totally looking at the mechanics of it. I'll have a lot more on Harrison Bailey as the weeks go on. You know I got to do. If Harrison Bailey is playing, I got to cover it. So, all right, impeccable mechanics, the ability to marry your feet or marry your lower body with your upper half and tie it all in with your eyes and just have an innate feel, man. That's what he's about. But look at his throwing mechanics. Completely over the top. All right, some of these guys, you wonder if it's over the top. You ain't got to wonder with this guy. Got him stepping to the throw, but look at the upper half. Look at the handbrake. With the handbrake, first of all, look at his placement, where he keeps the ball. When you check it out, man, above the chest plate, already have it out there. A lot of these guys, he doesn't have to go back far with it. Comes, brings it completely over the top. This kid is 6'5", but look at that. That's classic. That is absolutely classic. Look at the point and shoot foot, driving off that back leg, got the anchor foot going on. Over the top as it can be right there. So you know he's going to be able to see over a line, obviously with his height, but being able to get that ball over. He can deliver from different platforms as well. He can go off script. He's extremely well-rounded. All right, here's a kid, Bryce Young, is going to be a superstar with Alabama in the same class as Harrison Bailey. Great player, but just a way different. 5'11" cat. Look at where he holds the ball at compared to Harrison Bailey. Hey, look how far down this is. Now, you know what you're going to have to do, try to bring it over, right, to get it up there towards your launch point. But he doesn't really do that. It's kind of half-cock, heave kind of thing. How much longer it takes for it to come from the cock and fire. Lower body mechanics isn't the same. But guess what, man? There's more than one way to skin a cat, but it just goes to show you how trained Harrison Bailey is and how fine-tuned his game is, man. I think he could step in and do damage right away. But I think all these kids could. At least these top few quarterbacks. All right, here's Uiagalelei from Clemson. Number 2 quarterback in the class. You can see him. Look where the placement is. A little bit higher than Bryce Young, but not that high. And he has a little bit of an elongated delivery. Look how far he brings it down. Brings it down real far. Kind of whips it over. 3/4. All right, this is mimicking the last step in the drop phase, right? From transition to fire. Now look at this. A lot of people gonna be like, man, why is he showing this kind of stuff? First of all, it's my content, right? This is what I want to convey to the people, to show them what real actual, the real actual nuances of football, right? Not that, hey, Cletus, man, can he throw the deep ball? Can Jake Fromm throw the deep ball, Cletus? Like, come on, man. Let's do some real football stuff here. So this is what me and my football, like a Tony Ballard, a guy who's really trusted in this industry and has accolades out this world. This is the kind of stuff that we look for here. So look at this. That last step, right? You got your anchor foot, your point and shoot foot, shooting towards the target. Got the weight transfer, hip rotation. Perfect, man. Absolutely perfect. So that's sitting up in the pocket. So that's some of the stuff that he'll get to do with Jim Chaney. But also you can see him deliver outside the pocket like I've showed you before. Strong arm, very accurate kid, very intelligent kid, just a football head. Like, he's been a quarterback since he was like 2 years old or something like that, right? So those quarterback prodigy types. He's one of those. All right, last one right here. This is something that you can definitely see him do in Jim Chaney's offense. Back to the basket, play action fakes. Puts in the belly of the beast. Fire. All right. Look at the impeccable footwork. Look at the pivot off that first turn. Shows it. Hides it. Whips that head around real quick. Look at that. Tell me that's not classic. That's the same stuff you've seen from Peyton Manning, Tom Brady types back in the day when you would study just classic prototypical quarterbacks like that. Drive off that back leg. Over the top delivery. I love it, man. I love it. And I love the future for Tennessee as well. I said this last year. I think the world of that entire coaching staff, maybe at least the most talented coaching staff in the entire SEC. Maybe not the best. You got to prove it. But if you go by just the individual skill sets of some of the people, I know it's changed a little bit. Lost a couple of pieces here and there. But overall, man, these are some top-notch coaches and some of the best offensive minds, some of the best defensive minds all on the same team. And they can recruit like you would not believe. This is a great recruiting staff, great coaching staff, in my opinion, to be. And they're working with some really good talent there. So I look forward to doing definitely a lot more on Tennessee. But if don't make dollars, don't make sense. Make sure you come out here and you support. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Let's get this Tennessee stuff going. Put Tennessee in the running for primary coverage here on the channel as well. And we can see. But, I got to work with my man Harrison Bailey, the boy wonder. So that kid, I think is going to be very good. I actually got Jared Garantano right now. But I wouldn't be surprised if stuff went faulty that Harrison could step right in and get some time early. But we'll see. All right. But with that being said, thank you for watching. It's your boy Murf, the Underground King, Top Billing Sports, and I am out. Peace.
What more can I say?
Top billing.